Well, speaking of which, Alex Jones is feeling the heat. The parents of some of the victims of the Sandy Hook atrocities, killings, are suing him because of, a bunch of things he said about that being a false flag or whatever. We have a montage. But first, this is this the montage first? This is him talking about what he's up against.
We are back live.
I want that music.
Coming up at the end of the hour in the next segment, I'm going to go over the AP actually being somewhat honest about what I've really said about Sandy Hook versus the rest of the media. And it's not that I'm running away from saying I think it was a hoax if it was a hoax. For 4 years, I've said I think people really died there. And they know that. The suit by the media, by the Democrats, using the poor parents, is meant to just demonize yours truly, building up to something big. They physically, I can guarantee you, want to assassinate my character ahead of shutting me up, putting me in prison, or having me killed. If you don't think the globalists don't kill people all day, they've hijacked America. They killed President Kennedy. They're trying to kill President Trump. They're trying to stop this country being restored. And they're using a lot of people to demonize their opposition in the wake of it. And so a lot of people are asking me how I'm doing. I am doing great, thanks to you. We have record all-time highest traffic to Infowars.com and Newswars.com right now. And yes, it takes a lot to fight these lawsuits, but I'm not selling a wide-body $50 million jet like Glenn Beck is. I fly a lot of the time in coach.
Oh, man, he is such a petty, messy bitch. Oh, I love that. Look, it can get really bad around here, folks, but it's never going to be as bad as Glenn Beck, just to be clear.
Can we do Infowars JFK? Like, yeah, they killed me.
What do we like? First of all, I never said that nobody was killed, so that's a lie. But all globalists do is lie every day, and the Democrats and the globalists, we already know. But I'll tell you this. I'll never be in as pathetic a shape as that goddamn son of a bitch Glenn Beck who stole all of my material. He's crying in front of a gold toilet that he's trying to hawk on eBay right now. Meanwhile, our traffic and analytics are higher than ever. This is Alex Jones. This is just a montage, I believe, of all of the things that he did say.
It's 7 minutes. We'll skip around.
We're going to skip around, but my point, but the basic point, as you could see, and this is where we still are in the gust. I mean, I had that criticism earlier, but of course, Daily Show, Jon Stewart, important signpost, and we're still in that model. So we're doing a little bit of that. We're doing a little bit. I didn't say anything. What? It's the Democrats. Well, now let's run the tape.
Sandy Hook, it's got inside job written all over it. Sandy Hook is a synthetic, completely fake, with actors, in my view, manufactured. I couldn't believe it at first. People just instinctively know that there's a lot of fraud going on. But it took me about a year with Sandy Hook to come to grips with the fact that the whole thing was fake. I mean, even I couldn't believe it. I knew they jumped on it, used the crisis, hyped it up, but then I did deep research, and my God, it just pretty much didn't happen. So
Wait a second.
I interviewed the cops.
Pause it. I have a question from the deep research that we're doing right now. Now, he's not directly contradicting himself, but I think when you say the whole thing, wouldn't that sort of imply that maybe it all wasn't real, including like people dying? So like I get how the first parts fit with people have died because it's an inside job. That works.
Right.
But that's an implication. He didn't say it directly, but that sounds to me, for my research, like an implication.
How much do you think he had to pay his lawyers to come up with the I'm not saying it was a hoax / I'm saying people died. Like it could still be an inside job where the feds just killed people.
Right. Right, exactly. That's a really
globalists kill people all the time.
Globalists. He literally said it again. Exactly. Globalists kill all the people all the time. All right, let's go.
You don't like us looking at it. You don't like us questioning you. The father needs to clarify, that NBC needs to clarify, because the coroner said none of the parents were allowed to touch the kids or see the kids, and maybe they, meaning at the school, I'm sure later maybe the parents saw their children.
basically what he said, the statement he made, fact checkers on this have said cannot be accurate.
All right, so look, we got who he is, and that was Owen Schroyer in the last clip, who I believe is also named in this suit. I mean, whatever. I've said a million times, I'm all for, exposing and being clear about who people are, and not necessarily, deplatforming them or suing them or whatever. But I mean, Alex Jones, the game he plays is so transparent, and all of that nonsense we play helps create an environment where people who like this, the parents of the victims of Sandy Hook, get death threats. And it's actually really disgusting, and we should register that amidst the comedy. And I'll take an extended shot here, because why not? It's fucked up that Joe Rogan gave him 3 hours or however long. It's messed up. And I get that it's fun, and I get that, they get high. I think Jones puffed a little weed, and he's probably more in his, entertainment zone. But, and this is also, and that's connected to a platform that's obviously done a lot to popularize, Peterson and Sam Harris and all these other characters who are, apparently quite concerned about degrading of our intellectual life. So, yeah, it's just a bad look. Maybe Alex Jones was fun back in the day. Maybe it was a joke when he was, trying to...
This is all coded.
I hate, you know what I resent about Alex Jones is that like the version that we have of doing deep research means that like you have to put a caveat, frame a point. His deep research just leads to like globalists.
His deep research is like if an article comes out about somebody in like the Pentagon, he'll do a Wikipedia search,
right,
and like try to find something fishy about their background. Which fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough. That's actually probably the best part of what he does. Public Enemy, Michael. I'm an MR member and a TMBS patron. Well, thank you, and a generally progressive guy, but I'm also a fucking idiot. I shouldn't be trusted to run anything. I'm not sure what the left's quote unquote distrust of the public just applies to conservatives. Anyway, great conversation today. Also, could you do a Cardi verse as Bernie? Yes.
Funny
I think that's
you should
coming
say
down
that.
the road. We've been working on that. Yes. We were doing Mios as Bernie, right? Mio. Whip it like a stir. Versace. Whip it like a stir fry. Whip it. Let a mean old onion booty make the world cry. What, Jane? Huh? Shut up. What? Molly Percocet. I want Future to get it.
Raindrop. Drop top.
Raindrop. Drop top. What else? These are actually all good. What else we got?
Cooking the dope on a hotspot.
Trap Queen.
Naming, just quoting the 5 most popular rap songs of the past 2 years.
All trap records of the last 10 years will be referenced.
God's plan.
I've been working on my triplet flow.
I'll just be steady transporting. I think that I still think Bill Clinton is total Dipset. Like, I love Dipset, and every time I listen to Dipset, I always just start thinking of Bill Clinton being like, Dipset. Like, it's just just works.
Killer.
Killer. I got this. I'm in. Joe.